Hello, today I'm going to teach you how to recover your Studio 3 library files and save them onto your hard drive so that you can back them up to Google Drive or OneDrive or network locations, and you can actually access all your library files from your computer instead of relying on your library. It does help a lot, especially if your library has crashed or is corrupted, and you can actually recover all your files this way. So, the first thing we're going to do is we need to open up File Explorer. This is a Windows-based tutorial. I don't have a Mac, so I can only do the Windows one, but this is how you do it on Windows computers. So you need to open up File Explorer, which you can get from your taskbar or going here and choosing File Explorer. And you want to come to this PC so you can see your drives here. We're going to go into the hidden file folder that stores your library. It's % program data %. Okay, so we'll say that again, % program data %, and you can pause this video while you type that, and then hit enter on the keyboard, and that will take you into your program data folder. So we're going to scroll down here until we see the Studio files, folders. I have more than you will. You'll probably just have the Studio 8. If you have purchased a license for newer version or more advanced features, you will have the license folder. These are other folders that I have that are not relevant. So this in here is where your library files are actually stored. So if you open it up and you want to go to Cloud 52, and you'll see that these are actually all of your library files. However, they're not really usable. You can't do anything with them. They don't have a Studio 3 extension. You can't open them. So that's what we're going to fix today. Okay. So we want to go back to File Explorer and find a location to copy the files to. So we're going to go to File Explorer. And I'm just going to go to my desktop. And I'm going to do, this is just my desktop here, my desktop folder. I'm going to right-click. And actually, you can just choose New Folder up here or right-click New Folder. Either way, it's fine. New Folder. And we're going to call it Library Backup. Okay. And we're going to double-click to open it. Okay, so now we have a backup place to store all of these files. All right, so we're going to click in here. This makes this active again. As you can see, it's got a highlight. Now we want to copy these all over here, and the fastest way to do that is by using shortcut keys on the keyboard. So you want to click in here, and then you want to hit Control on the keyboard and A, and you can see it shows up down here. Control A, and that selects all of the files here. Then we want to hit Control C to copy, so Control C, you can see there. Copies them all. And then we want to click in here, so this is where we're going to copy them to, and we're going to do a Control V. And that's going to copy all the files from here over to here. Now, if you're just doing this for a regular backup and to get your files onto your hard drive, you don't need to do anything more in here. If your library is corrupted, you actually can rename this folder by clicking on it and put a number or a letter or something in the front of it, just like the number 1 or something like that. And then the next time you launch Studio 3, it'll actually create a brand new library, and it should resolve any crashing issues that are library related. However, I'm not going to do that. I just wanted to let you know that is an option for you. So we're going to close this up here today. And now we just want to be here and working in the files that we have. All right, so now you'll notice that if you try and open these files, they're not going to open because they're not Studio 3 files yet. So now we're going to make them Studio 3 files. To do that, you go to your search here, and we want to search for command prompt. So COMMAND PROMPT, and it should pop up quite quickly. It's the black box. You will not be able to do this with PowerShell. It has to be command prompt. So you want to right-click command prompt, and we want to choose to run as administrator. Your screen will go black here, and you hit yes on the pop-up. Okay, so now we have our command prompt. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to make this path match this path. So this is the path where we've got all our files. So we want to click and highlight it to make it blue. I'm going to choose right click it with the right mouse button and choose copy. Now we're going to go here. We're going to type CD. That sounds for change directory. We're going to right click and it should paste the folder path from up there down here. And we're going to hit enter. And so now that matches this. All right, now this is the command that is actually going to change these all into Studio 3 files. We're going to type the word REN, that stands for rename. So REN, we're going to do a space. We're going to type data, dot, and that stands for this part here, data dot. And then we're going to type asterisk, and that is to accommodate this extra piece at the end because we want to rename them all, not just one. So data dot asterisk. And then we want to put another dot and another asterisk, and this stands for the extension to make it Studio 3. You'll notice it doesn't have one. So that's why we're going to add one. We're going to put another space, and then we're going to type asterisk, period, Studio 3. So what this is going to do is actually it's going to make these Studio 3 documents. Now, if you haven't viewed your extensions, you will not see the Studio 3 in here, but you will see the Studio 3 icon. I have my extensions viewed, and I can see the Studio 3 document. Regardless, either way, it will work. So I'm going to go over this command again. REN stands for rename, space, data, dot, or period, asterisk, period, asterisk, and then a space, asterisk, period, Studio 3. And we're going to hit enter. And now you will see that these have all become Studio 3 documents. And you'll notice if you don't show the extensions on your computer, you'll see the Studio 3 icon. All right, now I'm going to open Studio 3, so I'm just going to pause the video while I do that. Okay, so now I've got Studio 3 opened. We don't need this command prompt anymore, so we can close it with the X. And now we have all our files. Best to sort by size. I always find that the bigger files are definitely going to be your files. There will be garbage in here that will not open. That is okay. Not all the files are actually Studio 3. Some are library files, some are other category files. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll also see a bunch of garbage folders that we will delete. You can just delete those one at a time and hit yes to go to the garbage. We don't need those. You won't need any of these ones either. So you can say yes as well. You don't need to delete all of those. All right. So some of these smaller data files you probably won't be able to open, but these ones at the top should definitely, if you sort by size here, by clicking here, these will be your files. All right. So what we're going to do is this is Studio 3 is open. We're going to double click the file to make sure it opens. Okay. And this is the old library file I had. I don't have a lot in my library, but this was one I happened to save in my library. So you can see that the file actually exists. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna save it. When we save it, it will actually create the thumbnail print. So then you can see them as thumbnails. So we're gonna hit save. And it has actually saved the file. Okay. So let's pick another one here. We've got that one, and we can hit save on that one. And let's pick another one, save on that one. Another one. You may see this one, and that's okay. That's fine. If it's not going to work, then you just click OK, and then it's one you can just delete. So let's scroll down here and pick another one here. Okay, and then you can hit save on that one. Now, sometimes if you save, it comes up with this, and this is basically it's just a flag on the file. It's okay. You can just make sure you're in your library backup, which is where you were, and you can just hit OK and save. If you aren't in your library backup, go to the folder, your desktop, which is where my folder is, open up library backup, and you want to save over top of the file that you've already opened. So you hit yes. And that's common. So now we're going to close these off here. And then when you go here, if you choose to view by extra large icons, you will now see that the ones that we opened and saved now actually have thumbnails. So let's just do this one. This is just what I've got. Hit save on that one. And now you'll see that the thumbnails come up. So once all the thumbnails are up, then you can actually see them and rename them as you wish, move them wherever you want, and now they are actually files that you will be able to use in Studio. Google Drive gives you 15 gigabytes of free space just for having a Gmail account. So it's always a good idea to have a place where you can store your files on Google Drive, and then you can access them from anywhere, and you don't have to rely on the library. All right, so I hope this works as a video and a quick video that helps you out, and have a good day.